Hey everyone, welcome back to another video, and today marks the beginning of my Road to Glory series, where the sole aim is to win a race in every class of open wheel on iRacing. So make sure you go down below and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, so you don't miss a single episode of this unique iRacing series. So here, today we begin in Rookies, in the Formula Ford that I've chosen over Formula V, just because I'm not a fan of them. I prefer the Formula Ford, so we've chosen that. Then when we get up to D class after win here, we'll go in the Formula 4, then the Formula 3, then the Super Formula, and finally we'll end in A class with the Formula 1 car. So can I do it? Can I win a race in every open wheel class on iRacing? And how long will it take me? Let's get straight into the qualifying results for today's race. So we are racing at the Tsukuba circuit in the second split with a strength of field of 1653, and I managed to qualify 4th, with only one driver behind me being higher I-rated. So let's see how it goes as we have the lights coming up now. 4 red lights, we're waiting for green. I have no clutch, so I have to stick in neutral and the lights are out, and away we go. We've got an okay starter, wasn't the greatest. I look to my left, but as you can see, first, second, third, all got a clean getaway. We stick to the inside nice and tight to avoid any contact, but first and second have made a bit of contact, third gets held up, and we've managed to slip through on the inside, keeping a tight line from P4 to P2 on the first lap and first corner of the whole race, as we get an opportunity down the inside for P1, but he ends up coming back across and I have to hold out and wait a bit longer. But here we go, we've got an incredible exit on that from that corner. We're onto his tail, we're going to shape to the inside looking for a move, we brake later, but he comes across us and we have to brake even harder, and we lock up going way wide into that hairpin, and now we've lost a position instead of gaining one. And that, in my opinion, is a bit of an unfair move there. He saw me and he made a very late move, but now we are making a move into the final corner down the inside, hoping to keep it clean. But kudos to him, he does stick out very wide, attempting to avoid any contact. And that there is the end of lap 1 for us, and it has been an absolute outstanding lap. But we lock up just a tiny bit into turn 1, and the car behind now has a great run on us. He's up close, 0.2 behind. We have to try fend him off here into turn 3. He comes really close to our rear, but we managed to hold it tight to the apex, and we managed to hold him off for just a little bit longer. But this race is nowhere near over yet. He is still all over the back of us, and we have to try our best to keep him there, as I think first place is going to streak ahead and away from us now. Into this hairpin though, first place does get it a bit wide, so we do gain a little bit of time on him, but I don't think it's going to be anywhere near enough as we head down the back straight, with P3 lurking behind, really close, biding his time, waiting for a move. Coming to the tricky final corner where you always seem to wash out in these cars. The grip just isn't there, especially in the opening laps. But now the aim is maintain this second place and hope maybe first place makes a little bit of a mistake. Definitely hoping third makes a mistake, because he is piling on the pressure now. We go through the little S-bends into turn 3 or 4, I'm not really sure. It's one of them. But again, you can see he's getting super close to our rear, and there he looks like he's going to go for a move, but I know if he goes for a move it's both of us gone, and I know he wouldn't risk that. So I stand strong and I cut inside and take the apex, but I lock up into the hairpin, and that's going to allow him to gain heaps. He looks for the move down the inside, but I kind of block him off, placing my car in a perfect position to not allow him through. But it's nowhere near over yet, as I said last lap, because he's going to continue to hound me. Through the final corner he gains and gains onto the straight. I do seem to maybe have a better run than him. He's 0.2 behind into the first corner. I'm very weak and bad through here. As you can see, he goes so close to our rear end there, but he has still not made contact, which is good for us. A clean race so far. Apparently, according to our crew chief, there's an incident behind, and as you can see on the relative board, 4th place is now dropped to 1.7. So we do have some breathing room behind Lakovic, who is now behind us. But here we're holding out. We still have first place in view. He's 1.4. He may be out of reach for the race, but I think I can pick up the pace. I've done much better laps than this in practice. So I just got to hope the pace does come to me, as I'm feeling the pressure. I'm not quite certain of my braking points and my turning in points. I'm a bit queasy with the car. It's a little bit unsettling every now and again. But now we head on to lap 5, and he is still behind us. I've just set my fastest lap, and you can see Lakovic behind. He's getting impatient. He's looking for the move around the outside, the inside, everywhere. Now, again through the S-bend into the slightly banked corner. He gets a little bit close, and he's spun behind. He's spun, and he nearly collects P4. But that there is exactly what I needed. Not what I necessarily wanted, but what I needed, as he crept up a little bit close. And now we take a look at the replay of lap 1. You can see here we don't get the greatest start. It's a big jumble of cars, but we just stick nice and tight to the inside, not wanting any contact. And you can see first and second, they have a little bit of contact. Third gets held up by second having to slow down and swerve. And we manage to slip right on through into P2. As now the cars behind are all squabbling with each other. You can see we look for the move, but we have to get out of it, as first place kind of comes across us a little bit. He's turning back to the apex, which he still missed completely, to be honest, but yeah. But now we get onto the short straight here, where the sketchy move, I feel like he turns across too late, and I think that is a bit of an unfair move there, and it does force us to lock up and go wide, losing the position. But here we make another move on this Lakovic into a corner where it is a little bit all over the place, a bit sketchy, but look there, he does give me plenty room, and I'm very thankful for that. Good, clean racing by Lakovic and myself. As we take another look at turn 1, but from our gyro instead, so you can get a good view of what happens. Into turn 1, you can see I stick nice and tight. Lakovic seems to come across the other driver a little bit. He has to steer away, ends up holding up third, as I said before, and we managed to slip there into second. But here you'll get a good look at this corner. You can see he goes super wide, and he just comes across us again a little bit. And now I'm at the point where I feel like this driver is a little bit sketchy. Not the cleanest of drivers, trying to be overly aggressive, as you can see there. There is space between us, but I just don't think there's enough space to allow a move like that so late. As now we cut to the accident on lap 5, I think it was, and he just gets so close, and then he hits our rear, locks up, and he's gone. As now we're on to lap 8. I've just set my fastest lap of the race, and we are fighting. We have gained a little bit, 2-3 tenths on P1, but he's getting held up by a back marker who is blinking. He is having a few internet connections as he goes wide, allowing P1 through. You can see there, he's all over the place with his internet connection and his ping. And now I'm a bit scared here. I don't want to go too close, but he does let us by. And I'm very thankful for that, thanks to him. Good racing. That is how it should be done. Especially since he's a back marker as well. He's a back marker, he should let us by, but he's also blinking and having incredibly bad ping. So he should let us by as well. But now you can see third place is 3.6 seconds behind. And we are holding out in second, but this final corner is really our kryptonite, as first place does pull away through there. And it's just, yeah, I suppose it's about holding on to P2 here and not making any more mistakes. Gotta keep it clean. We are only on 2 incidents, so this would be a massive gain to our safety rating. As now we cut to the final lap, and we are still falling further and further behind P1. He's now 2.3, and third place is actually gaining on us. He is at 2.9 now. So we have lost a bit of pace, or quite a lot of pace actually, but you know, I just need to keep this short lap nice and clean and bring home the P2, and I will be absolutely ecstatic with that result, especially with only 2 incidents. But I can't speak too soon here. There are still 3 or 4 corners to go, and that is plenty for me to make a mistake, especially the final corner. So many accidents happen there. So here we are into the final hairpin of the whole race. We are not going to get P1, but we are going to try hold out through this final corner for P2. And I don't believe P3 will catch us if we stay on track. Or they can't, basically. So now nice and easy through the final corner. And you can see that there's a little snap of something with my force feedback and wheel. I'm not quite sure, but it didn't matter. We managed to hold out for P2 Water Race. So here are the classified results from that race. I did manage to do a 58.8 in the end, which is my personal best, so I'm incredibly happy with that. And I managed to get 70 I rating and even gain safety rating. But on that note, if you did enjoy, make sure you like and subscribe to make sure you don't miss any more of these videos or any of them at all. And I'll see you next time.